Hey guys, so today is the last day of 2019 and I thought why not celebrate just the end of the decade, especially with my channel and all that it has grown in the past. I think it was 2 years since I kind of sort of revived my YouTube channel. I mean, it's been sitting around for like 8 years, but I barely uploaded to it at all. I know I get asked this a ton in my videos, who are like my anime husbandos and all of that, so I thought why not do a top 10 anime husbandos of the decade list on my channel for kind of like the end of the year hurrah thing. So I know it's a little ridiculous and silly, but for those of you who have followed around my channel, you probably know like how this list is gonna go down, but I know a lot of people ask, so I thought why not do a list since it's from various animes that I'm not sure if all of you have watched. I'm trying to keep it as spoiler free as possible. I may point out certain like events or something that has happened in the anime, but I'm trying not to go into detail because I don't want to spoil you guys, because there are some characters where my opinion has completely like changed on them due to a certain event in a show. But anyways, if you haven't followed me yet, follow me on Twitter, smf_Frieza on Twitter, and also Instagram, where I just post. You'll see a lot of my like husbando posts on there anyway. So I'm actually really excited to get in on this list and share with you guys who I think are top husbandos. Now this is my opinion, so I know a lot of you might be against some of the choices I have, but this is all for fun. This is just like a chill video. Yeah, here we go. Now for number 10 husbando, I put Bon from 7 Deadly Sins. His character, just from the start, I really liked his energy, his vibe, but also when you find out later on, you know, the Elaine stuff, I really fell in love with his character and just his friendship with Meliodas. Again, Bon is just so much fun, so I really love his character, and it's kind of fresh. I've only seen season 1 of 7 Deadly Sins, so there's probably still a lot more to his character that I have to see, but right now, for the end of the decade, I will put Bon as number 10 on my husbando list. Okay, so number 9 on my list, this actually might come as a shocker to you guys, putting it so low, but I will put Aizen as number 9. Okay. I mean, going off of his outward appearance, he's obviously a really attractive guy. Especially that moment where he takes off his glasses and then he's revealed to be this like super attractive evil villain character, and it was like a shocking moment. But other than that, I don't know. I mean, the way he talks, the way he looks, and I mean, Aizen is a really intelligent man. I do like his character. Again, I think I'm like halfway through Bleach right now, so I feel like there's still a lot more of Aizen to see and just what he's capable of. Again though, with the Soul Society arc, he was pretty epic in that, like, not gonna lie. So I am going to give Aizen number 9. You know, he probably wouldn't be the best husband in the world, but those moments where he gets really close to Orihime, I'm just like, my heart skips a beat. Okay, so for number 8, Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I don't think I said Aizen from Bleach last time, but I meant to say Aizen from Bleach. But number 8, Jotaro. You know, from part 3, the ending of part 3 of JoJo's, not going into any detail, but that really like made me fall in love with Jotaro as a character. And I didn't dislike him throughout it. I just, you know, sometimes the way he treats women, I'm just like, okay. But, you know, he's a really caring guy with his friends, and he is epic, and he just has that attitude, that look. Again, in part 4 JoJo's, really loved his character. And the weird thing about JoJo's is how the characters, you know, they look older than they are, especially because part 3 Jotaro looked a lot older than part 4 Jotaro, but part 4 Jotaro was older than part 3 Jotaro. So it's just really confusing in my head. I'm just like, okay. Again, not getting into huge details about JoJo's because I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but honestly, the end of part 3, Jotaro, like, he was pretty amazing. Like, all that he did. So I give the number 8 husbando spot to Jotaro. Okay, so 7th place husbando I am giving to Byakuya from Bleach. And I haven't finished Bleach yet, but the Soul Society, there are so many great moments in that Soul Society arc, but he really grabbed my interest at the end of the Soul Society arc, especially those moments. And with Rukia, it just made my heart melt, and I'm like, oh, I love his character. I mean, he's like a good looking dude, but at first I just didn't like his character, but then the Soul Society arc really opened my heart to him, and he is a really cool dude, very interesting, very caring and loving. So I just, oh, especially with the recent arc I'm on in Bleach, again, not getting into any details, but there was just this one moment where I'm just like, oh. So if you watch my Bleach reactions, you'll know exactly what moment I'm talking about, but I just had to give him number 7. I still feel like there's more to see of him, so I'm really excited to find out more about his character, even though I feel like we've already gotten like a lot. So I don't know, he's cute, loving, and just like, yeah. Okay, so the 6th place husbando spot goes to Obito from Naruto Shippuden. Obito, his character is so interesting, and it's also very interesting how I feel like I've been seeing people that either really like his character or really hate his character. But honestly, I love his character so much. I thought he was so interesting, just his backstory, but also what I think would make him like perfect husbando material is the fact that, you know, he's gonna destroy a world for a girl, as people say. I know that's like a joking thing people say, which I mean is kind of true. I don't know if that was spoilers, so oops. I tried. I don't know if that is spoilers. I was being very vague about it. But just the love that he shows for Rin in Naruto Shippuden, I just found that so romantic. And I know a lot of people don't like that. I mean, I actually don't know. A lot of people might like it. I feel like I just see more negativity over the concept of Obito and just why he did the things that he did than positive things. So I don't know, but I will give him the 6th place. I mean, he's very cute. He's adorable. And just, you know, his dreams and his aspirations, the good ones, the like normal, like people having good ones. I just found it so cute. So I'm gonna give 6th place to Obito. Okay, so for 5th place, I'm going to give that to good old Joseph from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But I'll give it like part 3 Joseph, not part 4 Joseph. Part 4 Joseph is very, very old. But I'll give that to part 3 Joseph. And part 2, I guess. Oh, no, we'll just do part 3. I mean, let's be honest, Joseph is a very attractive man. Gotta love Joseph's personality, though. He is so funny, he's hilarious, and, you know, he's got that really hot dad bod and everything. And, you know, with Joseph, you know, he had some scandalous things going on, but, I mean, he had a good heart and face and everything. I just really found myself always fangirling over Joseph, so Joseph Joestar, he's an amazing man. It was really cool to see him, how he's grown and his personality, and just, I don't know, he's such an outgoing dude. So much fun. Like, you would want to be married to that. Are you kidding? But I love Daddy Joseph, and I know I say it a lot. I'm like, Daddy Joseph. Just those moments though, where he's like, oh my god, or like, oh shit. Those are some great moments. But yeah, so I give Joseph 5th place on my husbando list. And for 4th place, I am giving that to Grimjo from Bleach. Is this like my 3rd Bleach character? I guess, yeah. Grimjo. Okay, so I know a lot of people were kind of mad at me for this one. They're like, what the heck, Grimjo? Really? But Grimjo is such a cool character, and he's like attractive. I love Grimjo because he has that very like sassy, edgy personality. And also the current arc I'm on in Bleach, just the moment with him and Ichigo, I'm not gonna say, okay, they fight. They do that multiple times in Bleach, but just that entire fight, and we got to look more into his past, find out more about him, which I find those are like the moments I really start liking a character more. Obviously, like first glance, I'm like, oh, you know, he's a good looking character, but when you really find out more about them and why kind of they act the way that they do and their personality, then it just makes me love them even more. That's why I'm saying with like the show, it might change, because either you will like them or you will hate them later on when you get into a show and they give you more information about a character. But for the most part, normally I like a character even more just when you can understand why they do the things that they do. But yeah, he also has, you know, nice abs too, Grimjo. But Grimjo was always a character where I liked him when he first appeared, and I only started to like him even more throughout the show. And you know, he's cute, he's got the nice hair, he's got the abs. It's like, Grimjo. I just like him so much, and I feel like he'd be a fun, like, person to hang around. Like, throw me in the Bleach anime, you know, if he wants to kill me or not. I just think he'd be, like, a fun person to hang out with, you know? Like, his personality is just so interesting. It's so exciting. Love Grimjo. So, yeah. 4th place to Grimjo. Okay, so 3rd place goes to Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And I know this might come as a shocker to some people because my Full Metal Alchemist reactions were not posted on here on YouTube, but oh my gosh, Roy Mustang had some seriously epic moments in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. His fight with Lust, I just like that moment. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy, like, but that moment where he's fighting Lust, that, oh, there's just so many good moments with Roy Mustang. Again, I don't want to spoil anything, it's really hard, but the entire time, just his relationship with Hawkeye and just how those two characters, they worked so well together. I just found him like a relatable character, Roy Mustang, and also just his development throughout the show, finding out more about him. Like, he's a smart guy and he's just so badass, and like, he's amazing, and he looks good too, and he's fiery, so I don't know, his character, I'm always just gushing over him when he's on the screen. He definitely deserves the 3rd place spot because I can't really think of a moment where I just didn't like his character. I just always thought he was cool. Okay, there are a couple moments where I'm probably like, okay, I remember being like, what the heck? But for the most part, like, loved him. I think he's worthy of Husbando material, so he is getting the 3rd place spot for sure. Okay, so time for the 1st and 2nd place spot, which I know a lot of you, I can already imagine the comments right now, so preparing for that. But 2nd place, I will be giving that spot to Sanji from One Piece. Sanji was a character, I really loved him in the beginning of One Piece. I love him even more now, but going through the arcs, like, just finding out more about Sanji, just his development, and Sanji is like a precious soul. He respects women, he cooks, he's like ideal husbando material right there. Like, he is so amazing, he's so amazing. He basically is like the perfect type of husband in an anime, for sure. Like, I feel like One Piece definitely has a lot of husbando material men in it, but Sanji is like, he's just so amazing. And he's cute, he's adorable. For sure though, Sanji definitely deserves 2nd place, you know, 2nd or 1st, but it's close enough because but yeah, so just Sanji's character and Whole Cake Island and just that entire arc, I just felt for Sanji so much. And already being a Sanji fan, like, that arc hurt me a lot. It hurt me just seeing him go through all of that, but Sanji came out of that strong, and I appreciate just his character and who he is and what he stands for. So he's just so respectable. And, you know, there are the people that don't like him because of that arc, but I love Sanji, and he always will have a special place in my heart. But yeah, Sanji has always been one of my favorite characters from the moment he entered. But overall, I just love his character. He's so cute. He's so cute. Sanji, son. And I love it, you know, when Pudding says that too. I thought that was adorable. So yeah, Sanji gets 2nd place for Husbando. Okay guys, so my number 1 Husbando, which I feel like half of you, if not like 80% of you, already can guess who it is. The 1st place Husbando spot goes to Don Quixote do Flamingo. Yay! And a lot of you are probably like, why? Okay, so besides the obvious, you know, him being very attractive, and the abs, the glorious abs. Okay, so looking past his fine abs and his psychotic laughter, which I find is really cute and adorable. Overall, he's just such an interesting character, and I was just so glued to the Dressrosa arc. And even before that, I mean, I didn't think Doflamingo was like husbando material back in Marineford and everything, but I still found like everything he said interesting, and just every time he was on screen, I'm just so entertained by him. That sounds so weird. But again, I think another thing is once you get those backstories to characters and you find out more about their past and what happened in their life, I just was so intrigued by him. And I think he's such a complex character. He's been around One Piece for a long time, and building up to, him being the villain of an arc. I think Oda did an amazing job writing Doflamingo as a character. He was just so interesting. Like, he's this attractive guy, he's evil, but he's also very intelligent too, and he just has a lot of knowledge in the One Piece world, so how could you not like that? And his abs. I know when I bring this up and people are like, oh, if you want Doflamingo as a husband, he would die, he would kill you in the One Piece world. I'd be like, Dofi! Again, something I always say back to that is Doflamingo cared about his subordinates. He would only go after people that betrayed him. I wouldn't betray him, so there you go. I would live. Hopefully. Doflamingo is one of those characters, though. Every time he's on screen, my heart skips a beat. I'm like, oh, Dofi! And now he's, okay, I was just gonna spoil. But I hope he makes a return in the show. I miss him a lot. That would be awesome. With Frieza, I was always like, I hope he comes back. And you know what? Look what happened. He came back. So I just love him so much. But yeah, so first place definitely would go to Doflamingo. Oh, Dofi. Love Dofi so much. He's one of my favorite characters in One Piece. I just love the guy. Love him so much. Daddy Dofi for sure. Daddy Dofi. Picking favorites in a show is always hard because I love so many different characters. So again, making this list, I'm always just like, well, I like this character, but I like things about this character. And overall, bless their souls. Doflamingo is such a well-written villain. I just whew. And I know I like the bad boys in animes because a lot of them have really interesting personalities, okay? But there you guys go. That was my top 10 husbandos of the decade. And again, this video was just fun and games and just my opinions. I hope I didn't spoil anything. I really don't think I said much details about events happening in shows. If I accidentally did that, I apologize. I did not mean to. Okay, there you guys go. That was my top 10 husbandos of the decade. What I'll probably do every year from now is do another list at the end of the year just to see how my opinions change because over time or when a new anime is introduced, because obviously I was like Frieza, and then I watch all these other animes and I'm like, okay, that's cool, that works too. And it's been an amazing couple of years, so thank you guys who have stuck around from 3,000 subscribers. I think it was 3 years ago. I was at 3,000, 5,000 subscribers, and it all just kept going up, skyrocketed from there. So again, thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. Again, it means the world to me. I am so excited for what's in store for 2020. I had just high hopes. It's gonna be a great year. Again, if you guys like these list videos, just like this video, comment other types of list videos you want to see. I just thought this was appropriate because I get asked so many times to do a list of your favorite husbandos and stuff, or just people asking me who they are. So again, thank you guys so much for subscribing. I hope you guys have a wonderful new year. Stay fresh and bye.